We're about 10 miles due east of the U.S. Capitol building at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Tonight, rivals do battle in the NFC East. It's the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, welcome to this game. Jake Moody going to get it started. Off we go from Landover. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL. Now, right at the outset, he lost the football. But it looks like the Eagles are able to corral it. Possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Jalen Lane is deep for Washington. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They're led out by the former number 2 overall pick. That was back in 2015, Marcus Mariota.
And you think back to his days at Oregon, Mike, Heisman Trophy winner, that dynamic dual-threat athlete at the quarterback position. It just seems like ever since that leg injury, he hasn't been able to recapture that old self. But make no mistake about it, this is a veteran, talented quarterback that has his eyes set on not only leading this team today, but leading them to victory.
The first down throw was incomplete, and now 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
The quarterback on the scramble.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On fourth down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Dotson, the man in motion. On first down, it's Hurts. And that one incomplete. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They'll run it here with Saquon. Oh, Barkley has fumbled. And the Commanders come up with the takeaway.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Commanders' offense ready for their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Now it's the Arizona product, that is Ja'Cory Merritt. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Nolan Smith makes the tackle.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From a couple of yards shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And 3rd down coming up.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the give, it's McNichols. And they're finally going to bring him down. It's a 1st down if it stands, but maybe a hold set him free.
Still 1st down.
Up the middle, Merritt. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand?
Still 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. To the outside. Catch made by Brown.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Putting the tight end in motion. A screen set up for Krosky Merritt. And he will be out of bounds. There is a flag on the field. And let's see what caused it. They send the tight end in motion. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. He'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's Tress Way now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And there are 2 drives so far not good. Punt, lost fumble. Trying to make amends here on drive number 3. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Landon Dickerson guilty on that one. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Here's Braden Mann now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately for the Commanders, one of their guys able to get back in there and retain possession. He'll look to throw. That's complete. John Bates, the tight end. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. It is 3rd and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's caught. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35.
1st and 10.
A big play there for Washington. It's a gain of 49.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Man in motion is Brown. They'll run, and this is Jeremy McNichols. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Two runs going in the wrong direction, and now it is 3rd and 15. The ball comes out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Dotson, the man in motion. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That's Goddard in motion. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And that one is snuffed out. Going to lose yardage. Back to the 3.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
On third down, they go with Bigsby. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is fourth down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. The Commanders offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now this, the ball's out. And I think the Eagles have it. Yes, they do. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense. The quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
The Eagles offense ready to get back to work. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. On first down, it's Hurts. Now he'll run it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
Gain of 15 yards. And an Eagles first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Now it is 1st and goal. Here's Hurts. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Quan Martin.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A run to begin the drive, and it's Krosky Merritt. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Quinyon Mitchell up to make the stop.
22-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. The motion man here is McLaurin. Now here's a keeper on his own read. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. Now Hurts. He finds Devontae Smith. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up first and goal. And that's going to wind up incomplete. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. Off the play fake, Hurts. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up. And the best offense on third downs, Mike, is to be really good on first and second down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Eagles are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Commanders' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. Start the drive with Krosky Merritt. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free.
Still first down.
They bring their tight end right. Now they'll set up to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
That one, incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Brings up third down.
And that's exactly
20.
what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
That's a short one caught by Sinnott. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Washington. The Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. Hurts to the air on 1st down. He's going to tuck it and go. And he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Barkley. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. To throw is Hurts. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On the give, Krosky Merritt. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
One of his teammates there to take it back in. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Adoree Jackson. And he will be taken down, but there is a penalty flag down. A silly penalty may erase the turnover.
Automatic first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. On the handoff, McNichols. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a
I can
yard.
promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. They'll throw out of the gun. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And it will be another. Should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
And 10.
Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up second down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor performances we've ever seen.
That one intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. And a run. Here's Krosky Merritt. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
The motion man here is McLaurin. Krosky Merritt to run again. He's going to have a first down on that gain up to the 25-yard line. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And in motion is Brown. A run play here for McNichols. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. That stop made by Byron Young. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. from the 29. Here's 2nd down and 6. Now, what can Samuel do on this jet sweep? And he'll get this forward to about the 33. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third down and 3. Man in motion is Brown. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down, and as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's their punter now, as he is on to kick it away. The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Play action. Here's Hurts. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
A 2nd down. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
And that's not going to be nearly enough. He'll get 4, but 4th and long coming up. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Second and 10. to throw. That's to Krosky-Merritt. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. On first down, it's Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Second and 10.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
On second down, Hurts. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
On third down, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
That's interference.
That might make this a first down.
Automatic first down.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Man in motion is Brown. To throw on second down is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. The Aussie Super Bowl champ Jordan Mailata guilty there.
Still second down.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
As you could probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at TEU, we're going to have to bring out some jugs machines.
That's caught left side by Goddard. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll step up and run this. And nice work there. He'll go into a slide and gain about 7.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Run over center, that's Krosky Merritt, and he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right back to Krosky Merritt. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
He's moving. He's moving, boys. He's moving.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. On the give, it's McNichols. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
10 more yards.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He'll drop to throw. On target, got it to McLaurin. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, it's Krosky Merritt. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss on his way to a nice pickup of 7. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 2. The motion man here is McLaurin. On second down, here's Krosky Merritt, and he will get into the end zone. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, touchdown Commanders.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it, and the Commanders move out to a 7-3 lead.
Commanders 7, Eagles 3.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off.
The Eagles take over
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
Man in motion is Smith. A first down throw for Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. As we are ready to get back underway. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
3rd and short, and Hurts will throw. Thrown on the run, but it's off target. Behind his man, and that is incomplete. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. The Commanders offense headed back out, along with the guy who goes by Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the zone read, Krosky Merritt, and he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down, and as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. The motion man here is McLaurin. Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold.
Still 2nd down.
run out of the gun. Krowski Merritt. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Now this is going to... the ball comes out. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Eagles offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Now Hurts gonna run this one himself.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Dotson, the man in motion. Here's Hurts. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
They'll motion the slot man right. 3rd and long for Hurts. On the move left. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. On 4th down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This from 45 yards away. And that one not going to get there, and it's wide to the left as well. It's no good. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
He gets it to Samuel, left side. He'll be stopped here, short of the 1st down marker. Penalty flag is out as well. The Commanders about to send this one away. The Eagles offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here. beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Man in motion is Smith. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. So that'll move them back half the distance, and they'll try it again. On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this drive. And once again, he loses the football. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Dotson, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Bigsby. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and he'll bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Now Hurts. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. We're all set to kick this one away, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be out of bounds. There is a flag on the field. And let's see what caused it. The man in motion is Burks. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The right side, catch made by McLaurin.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Traylon Burks, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And he's taken down up past the 35.
It's a gain of 20.
That is rare. You don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. First and 10. Here's a run with McNichols. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. N'Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the first down chain, if he just catches that ball and turns upfield, they extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And we'll mark him down just shy of the 40. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And they're finally going to bring him down. It's a first down if it stands, but maybe a hold set him free. Man in motion is Brown. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A second down throw for Hurts. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
Still second down.
Man in motion is Smith. from the shotgun. It's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased.
Still second down.
That's Goddard in motion. A run up the middle with Barkley. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. That'll march them back half the distance, and they'll go from there. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Give up the middle to the big back, Dillon. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Not fun here. 3rd and a lot. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And good work defensively. We're going to stop this one after a gain of 5, and it will be 4th and long.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
And now here comes the punt team.
Formation for the Eagles.
Here's Lane. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. On the handoff, McNichols. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
That's good for a Commander's first
And
down.
these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. They'll run. It's McNichols. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, Kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Running from the pistol with Barkley. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now it's Hurts. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Oh! He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. On 2nd down, Hurts. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route. He creates great separation downfield. But now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Out wide, here's Smith. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll look to set up the screen here. Room to run past the 30. And they're going to bring him down. But there is a penalty marker on the field. Back to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll drop, and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag there on the play, but I think that's going to be holding on the offense. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. as he's standing right around his own goal line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 9. They'll run the draw with Bigsby. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here.
Fighting for the marker, he loses the football. And the Commanders come up with the takeaway. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. On the give, it's McNichols. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. A run here with Rodriguez. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Second and inches. The motion man here is McLaurin. Here's Rodriguez. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. So, a costly penalty here. It wipes away the touchdown. The motion man here is McLaurin. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Tight end going in motion here. On the ground, here's McNichols. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third and long. They'll throw out of the gun. Oh, the ball's out. And the Eagles recover the football. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Hurts now. Now a screen set up for Bigsby. Uh-oh. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
Man in motion is Brown. Here goes Hurts on the design run. He gets free inside the 20. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 87 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Oh, as costly as they come. The holding call wipes away what would have been a long touchdown.
Still 1st down.
Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Here's Hurts. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
That penalty is declined.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A run play here for McNichols. And And the Commanders are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this down to about the 3. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. McNichols will take this one into the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Moody now for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the extra point, and that will keep the score right where it is. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with 1st down. On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this drive. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll fake the give, and now it's Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Hurts to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Third and long. Now Hurts. And that is incomplete. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. We're about ready now for the punt.
For the Eagles.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Byron Young on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 5-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with McNichols. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So that'll cost them half the distance. They'll run it. It's Rodriguez. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Washington.
First down.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
Here's a run with McNichols. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Less than 2 minutes to play in this 1st half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Hurts to the air on 1st down. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff can get a chance to look him over during the break. Second and 10. That's Goddard in motion. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. third down, they go with Bigsby. And that'll be a gain of 9, but nowhere close to the markers. It'll bring up fourth down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Pass caught. That's Lane. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Here comes 2nd and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. That one on the center, Tyler Biotish. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, we'll try to get it on the ground. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is fourth down. Here's Tress Way now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. On the return, it's Covey. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Dotson, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Tank Bigsby, the man he was looking for that time. And it'll be 3rd down. A give. Here's Dillon. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. That is fielded at the 13. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Commanders' offense. And their running back set to go once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A toss left side, caught by his running back. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. It is 2nd and 6. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Putting the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately for the Commanders, one of their guys able to get back in there and retain possession. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Washington. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. 2nd half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. The Commanders' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. The ball comes out, and the defense comes up with a big turnover. Maybe this will turn this game around. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Bigsby. Space to run inside the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Once again, it's Bigsby. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back.
Holding offense.
They'll run out of the gun with Dillon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Man in motion is Smith. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. There's the tight end, Greg Calcaterra.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one from short range. No good. And this stays a 2-score game.
There's an old saying in golf, Mike, that when you're on the green, never up, never in. In this case, the ball's on target. It just didn't have enough steam to get there. Winds up no good.
They'll run. It's McNichols. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. It's an incompletion.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That's caught! And they take him down. Big pickup through the air, but there is a flag on the field. Will this stand? Throwing now on third and long. Now problems. He loses the football near his own goal line.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Take it in, back at his own 12. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
29-yard line.
The Eagles offense and Tank Bigsby getting ready to take over. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
Into the secondary, past the 40, and they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. On 2nd down, Hurts. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Now it's Hurts. And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold. Backed up to his own goal line. Hurts. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. from the 29. Here's second down and a yard. On the handoff, McNichols. And he'll have a Commanders first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Now a give on the ground. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 1. Now the veteran, it's Chase Edmonds. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the give, it's McNichols. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground is Edmonds. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage if that, but there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. The man in motion is Burks. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Tight end motioning left. They'll motion over Samuel. On second down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest gain.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. And that one not going to have enough leg behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good. And their lead will stay right where it is. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
They don't waste any time capitalizing on their opponent's mistake, so they miss the field goal. You take the ball back. There's a lot of energy on the sideline. That's a big win for your defense. So what do you got to do? You got to go out there as an offense and get off to a fast start, and it's exactly what they're able to do on that first down play.
Looks like a design run. Hurts has it.
Hurts on the keeper. A gain of 7 brings up second down at the Commanders' 42-yard line.
On second down, option going left. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Not fun here. Third and a lot. Now Hurts. That one's complete. It's Tank Bigsby. And he's going to go out of bounds, though there are markers on the field, as the officials will sort this one out. They'll come up here, first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
8 yards on the pickup brings up second and 2 at the 24-yard line.
Dotson, the man in motion. To throw on second down is Hurts. This one brought in by Brown. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Now we'll get a pause here, an injured player, and it's A.J. Brown who was hurt on that last play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Hurts again. The open receiver is Dotson. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Running here is Dillon. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Now a 3rd and 2. Man in motion is Smith. Hurts now on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 4th down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag down. It's 4th down, so this is a very big call. Back to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way. It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. To the sideline, nice job. They pull that one in, but that is still well short of a 1st down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. The Commanders about to send this one away. That's taken at about the 14. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with a run, and it's Dillon. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple. Right back to Dillon. Ah, the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Here's a zone read to start the drive. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Keely Ringo comes up from the secondary to make the play.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5. Man in motion is Brown. A run play here for McNichol. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. He'll look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They caught the rookie first rounder out of Oregon, Josh Connerly. They'll run it here with Edmonds. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
On the tackle. Brings up 3rd down.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the defense comes up with a big turnover. Maybe this will turn this game around. Off the play fake, Hurts. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. First play of the drive, and here's Dillon. Not much. 2nd and long coming up.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Hurts going to hand this one to Shipley. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. Hurts using the pop pass. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. On play action, Hurts. He'll step up and run this. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. We'll try to set up the screen to Dillon. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He takes off, and he's in for the touchdown. But hold everything, there is a marker down. These points may come off the board.
Holding offense.
Now it is 1st and goal. To throw is Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On 2nd down, Hurts. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. And it's an incompletion. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Third and goal. To the air again. Hurts. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Now another try at 1st and goal, albeit from a little further back. A run with Dillon. A short game, down to the 7. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 7 for second and goal. Man in motion is Smith. One more time with Dillon. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for third and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. The man in motion is Burks. Here's a run with McNichols. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. They send the tight end in motion. Flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. They'll run. It's McNichols. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased.